What's up, YouTube? What's up, traders? It's your boy Nasdaq Soldier. And we back with another forward testing video. Okay, and right now we see that we basically stuck in this range right here. This big old range. Okay, we understand that. Right now, we had this strong momentum coming up right here off a double bottom, you could say, and it pulled back and it's giving this buy setup right here in the midst of everything, coming up through the moving average, the 14 EMA. In a sense, that candle right there could have been an entry on the real. Could have, but since we right on top of this EMA, we don't want to just try anything. And let's look at our volume. Let's see how bad the volume is. If I do regular size, yeah, see, regular size ain't good enough. We're gonna have to do high volume. So we will need, cause like, yeah, this was a setup, but since it's right here, sitting right here on this EMA, you see price touch at EMA, it could be choppy action. So it pushed up right here like it was gonna start an uptrend, but then it came right back down, and didn't stay actually trending above that 14 EMA. So we don't want to get caught in the choppy action. We want it to be actually trending, and we get in on a continuation. So we can we'll keep this demand marked up like this. That's the furthest area, which it already came to, but still momentum didn't come back in. We just gonna wait and see what we could possibly get. In this situation, I would actually want buyers to actually take it back over, because it hit down here and it was an uptrend overnight, consolidated right here, dropped down, did a double bottom, and then made a new high. So we would want the buyers to step back in and them to start trending up, around here. That's what we want to see. All right, well, that was fast. Buyers acting like they want to come back in at this moment, and it's giving this setup, going through this moving average again. We might want to, and I put this up here because it's basically resistance, but since it's breaking through now, then we can move this out the way now, because it actually is breaking through there, and it's giving this sell setup. We can mark up our furthest area right here. We know we're gonna have high volume. Now you see that? I mean, that's kind of what we want to see, but that's just way too much selling. You see, that's way too much selling. It's just like yesterday. Like, if buyers was to come back in right now, I'm still not interested in buys. Yeah, if buyers come back in strong right now, I'm still not interested in buys, because I would have to wait until price get up here and break this high for me to get into buys off of that strong sell candle right there. So in this situation, we still chilling, you know. See, just because it's around this moving average, you know, price is being choppy right now. And then it's pushing points, like it's dang near going 100 points a candle. Let's see. Who was the measure this candle that just happened? It just sold down. Look, 108 points. So it's like, it's not even worth it. See, buyers came back in right there, but we wouldn't even try to do that. See what I'm saying? High volume. See, we want to be in momentum when they actually coming in. Like, this a risky trade, trying to go in with buyers right there, because it's so volatile. And then sellers, this just like yesterday, the sellers so strong, you know, right up there. So it's like we wouldn't care about taking this trade because it's technically not in an uptrend like over here. It's starting it off, you know, a little bit, but it's not actually, you know, in the uptrend to be able to catch a continuation. So yeah, we wouldn't worry about taking this trade at all. Just like yesterday, it pulled back way too far. So what we want to see, we want to actually see it trending above this 14 EMA. We want to see it trending above it, and we'll look to try to take something. Cause see, right now it's looking like this finna play out. Like, it's looking like it, but we finna see. Cause I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's like you never know when it's choppy action. You know what I'm saying? You can't, I'm not really confident in it playing out. You know, I feel like sellers will probably just come in and really take it down strong. You know, I just wouldn't be confident because look how long it's taking. Like, it might, you know, bust out. You know what I'm saying? But all of this, you know what I'm saying, pitter patter, it's like I just wouldn't be confident. But it looked like it's finna go play out. It looked like it. But at the same time, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's like I wouldn't even want to be in this. Like, look at this. Like, that must look like it's trying to go, but then look, sellers come in so strong and wipe out them 3 candles that just printed right there with no momentum on these 3 buying candles, and then boom, selling momentum come in. See? Bow. Just like yesterday. It would have been just like yesterday, see? And we knew that. See, that's why we forward tested and getting our, you know what I'm saying, getting our foundational structure, our foundational, you know, everything, how we approach the market and everything. Because we'll be able to see things like that. We knew not to take that trade. We knew better. Would I want to go with sellers? Since, you know, it's doing what it's doing, and now it's giving a sell setup. We still got that demand down here, so we know buyers can still come back in, you know, if it touch back down here. So how I feel is that, like I was just saying, it's too much around this 14 EMA to even, you know, try to do anything. Yeah, it got this sell setup right here. You know, this the furthest area right here for sellers to come back in. But you know, it's hard to trust it because it's priced too tight and consolidated in this area right here. Well, I marked this up right here because it's not a trade that I would take, but just following price. It looked like it's finna actually be a breakout. And like breakout traders been Man, if it do break out, it look like it's finna be a breakout. But what I would want price to actually stall right here, and I'll be able to get my setup that I want to see to be able to participate in a breakout trade. I just can't see. I just can't get in right there if it's breaking out. You know, I just can't get in without a setup if it's breaking out right now. I just can't get in on a trade without my setup. If it break out, you know, it break out. I ain't got no setup to actually take it. So it is what it is. I just you know, just eventually catch on to breakouts over the time. There you go. There you go. That's the breakout. That would have been a breakout trade right there. All right. Look like price almost giving something. Like it's rolling over. Look like it's actually rolling over. You know, selling down. It's giving our setup. All right, it engulfed that candle. It engulfed that previous candle right here. That's something we would want to see, an engulf of a candle like that. All right, we still wouldn't be in yet. We still wouldn't be in yet. And break these highs, we're gonna need a whole nother setup. It's still valid. We finna see what price do. It's still valid at the moment, but it look like it's not finna be valid anymore. Yeah. And at this point, it's invalid. All right, it's giving another setup, and it's crossing through the EMA, the 14 EMA. So let's go to the 1 minute and look at it, cause it looked like price finna break down the way it's looking. But it got this area on the 15-minute chart. This is the furthest area that I got drew up, and it actually came down here, pushed up off of it. You know, the price trended back down. It's acting like they trying to push back off of it again. We just need a specific area, like right up in here, which it just touched, to see if price gonna actually sell off of it. Hold on, they rejecting. See, it was right there at that moment. It was right there at that moment, you know. If sellers could have came back in and the buyers didn't jerk it back up like that, you know, it was looking like something for real. In this moment, we see that buyers really trying to hold this thing up and take it up. So this is what we finna do. That was the seller's chance right there. I feel like that was their chance. That's why it's good to wait for confirmations, you know, of everything that you want to see. Because price is very unpredictable. It broke them highs and came back down, but it's in this uptrend. So high volume. We're gonna see how we want to look at this. Nah, we wouldn't have entered that just yet. We wouldn't have entered that just yet. Not at all. Even though it's looking like it's wanting to go up, we need something better than that. God dog it. I mean, we ain't tripping. We still wouldn't have got in there. We still wouldn't have got in. Even though it's looking like it's wanting to go up and stuff like that, we still wouldn't have got in there. Because we don't go off wicks. We go off candles. I almost want to say something off that candle, but nah, because it's like, just couldn't trust it. Because, like, look at this candle. Look at that strong volume. And then look at this strong volume candle. But then look at these. It's like, dang, give me something like that. Give me a strong candle like that to go on. Instead of these little baby candles to where it's not giving me no real confirmation. Well, I would have got in down here. But nah, we don't do that. We don't do that. And then it didn't even tap. Like, that's our furthest area. It would have had to tap our furthest area for us to feel good about, even trying to get in there. But it ain't tapped. And then it did do this, candle push, which was dang near almost potential, but just because it didn't do something like this, it's like, dang, bro, why they gotta do it like that? It is in this uptrend, and it is, pushing up. It did make a new high right there. It made the pullback. But just because this candle had a wick on it, I ain't like that. I like getting in on strong candles. Strong candles. I don't like candles like that, so it is what it is, man. I know it's days I'm gonna get it how I want it. Looking like it's finna go ahead and play out. If I would have got in off this candle, yep, it just played out. If I would have got in off that one, which it was there. It was there. Yep, it was there. So that's our second potential thing right there. That's our second one. I just didn't like, I just didn't like this wick. But then maybe the second wick and then that push should have got me in. And it's like I was almost thinking about it. I really was. But just because it ain't the same volume as these, it made me be a little iffy. Yep, that was it right there. That was it. That was the one. That was the one. I hate this volume. Because it's messing stuff up. The volume messing stuff up. Making me not being sure about a trade. Dang. Maybe that was good because that was 50 points. It's like I'm looking at that candle probably 100 points damn near. About 75, something like that. Dang. So this wick and this push was equivalent to dang near 50 points. So I should have paid attention to that. Like, I'm looking at the candles, And then, but the volume is there. So that was the one right there. That was the one. The volume a little tricky, so you know I was a little iffy about getting in which I didn't say this an entry. So it's all good. It's all good. So basically, I missed the entry. That was the setup. That's the one I wanted to see for the day. That is the one I wanted to see for the day. 'Cause like it gave, like this one was one. This sell was one, but it didn't pull back into it for that continuation, and then it was a breakout. And this one was the one. This one was the one for the day right here. This was the one. So that's about it. Price kind of sucked today though. It ain't actually trend in one direction to where I could catch a continuation. It's like it was up, broke structure, but it came back down, broke structure, and then it's going all the way back up again. Like it was in the range. But that was the one that I wanted to see for the day. That was the one. So we finna go ahead and get off. Go ahead and call it tomorrow, Friday. Account reset on the 13th and 2 more days. So next week we'll be actually trading, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do. So yeah, Nasdaq Soldier. I'm out.